What's up, everyone?
What's up, everyone?
Happy Thursday. PopFourceOne Day. That's what we call it. PopFourceOne.
This is the Thursday before Thanksgiving.
Right now. 1 week until it's turkey time. I wonder how many people, because we get people from all over the globe, they're like, we don't get Thanksgiving. We just don't get it.
Yeah, it's a good point. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's Thanksgiving for us. Not everybody.
I know. It's such a weird holiday, too. Like, no other holiday kind of have, usually 2 days off in a row for sure. It feels like.
Yeah, and we get football all day on Thursday.
Other than the people that have to, go work Black Friday, which I feel bad for.
Yeah, I feel like Black Friday is so much different than when we were not younger, but a little bit younger, like John's age, you know?
Yeah, when you don't have to wait at 4 a.m. In a line and you're cold and you're ready.
Yeah, I did that. I loved it.
For a TV that is $50 for some reason or something.
Yeah, crazy. I used to love doing that. It was like pop hunting back in the day. It was you'd go hunt those deals and stand out in the cold for the whatever, yeah, the coolest whatever happened to be out that year.
I don't know. I was never that early person that had to go out during the Black Friday stuff. I felt like I like to go out in the afternoon, and then I would go and go to Target and get the DVDs on sale.
Yeah.
And,
See, I'm a morning person. I like getting up when it was still super dark out. I just like the atmosphere. And we used to back in the day, we used to work on Fridays. So I go in before work. So well, hello everybody. Look at all the amazing people here. I'm seeing all kinds of people that are popping in here tonight.
So let's go all the way back in time. We got Evelyn. She can't wait for PFO at 8:30. At 8:30, she was ready. She was like, Evelyn, I can't wait any longer. I'm there. David was hanging out early. He's like, I'm the only one here.
David's always here early.
Early. We got Barry hanging out with us. We got Nerdy Adventures. Scan now, Nerdy Adventures. Says, what's up, PFO Familia? So,
what's up?
Chaser, Mr. Brightside. Always been nerdy. Linda's hanging out with us too. What's going on, Linda? We got who else? Pipsqueak Collectibles hanging out. Pop Funko UK. You know, speaking of I think I spoke. Never Ask. Sir Bask is hanging out. Got Wayne hanging out with us. Look at this. And Evelyn's reminding everyone, don't forget to hit that like button. I know. Only 19 likes. Come on. People are sleeping already. Maybe they're not sure if they want to like us or not yet.
You know who is not hanging out early with us?
I don't know. I feel like there's someone else that's a member of PopFource.
Yeah, I feel like we're, I don't know, maybe missing somebody, but I just happened to notice that somebody in particular wasn't hanging out very early tonight.
I know. Let's see. Oh, David, look at that. A member for 7 months. Where's John? Oh, John.
That is an amazing question. He's gotten a little big for his britches, I think, at this point.
I think he's on another live stream right now, maybe just wrapping up, or
I mean, in all seriousness, I'm sure that they've had an absolutely insane week. I heard them talking for the charity auction on Saturday. They were talking about we'd like to keep it to 12 hours. Like, when have they ever kept it to the time that they thought they were going to keep anything to? So they're saying 12 hours. They're going to be on for.
I told them they need to split it up in like 2 days worth of stuff.
That's what I said. That amount of items.
How many? Like 600? 600?
Yeah, like let's have an intervention with John when he eventually shows up. Maybe he's taking a nap right now.
No PFO next week. That's great, but you will have some fun videos to watch next week. So
yeah, did you shoot your video yet?
I have not. I have not shot my video. You probably did because you guys are going on
vacation.
We
had to. Yeah, we actually did too. That's why I was a couple minutes late. I mean, nobody else seen how late I was, but that's why we were a couple minutes late. I had to get 2 more done. Yeah, because we are going to be on a time constraint, and yeah, it honestly went way better than I expected. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, if anyone missed out on last PFO or last couple PFOs, we talked a little bit about what we're going to be doing, but we got a bunch of those $5. We got the max we could get out of one order. I don't think we could get any more because we tried to get the free shipping and we couldn't. So we had to
I had to add in a rewind.
I think we all added a rewind. I don't know if John did or not, but I added a rewind because I wasn't going to pay the shipping. Yeah,
you get it basically free
rewind instead. But yeah, I'm sure the boxes look interesting for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see what you guys pull.
I'm sure I'll be curious of how many people get very similar things and how much varieties in there. That's what I'll be curious at.
I'll tease this. We pulled something out of there that I never thought we would pull out of there. I don't think that it was even for sale on their site. Let's put it that way.
I know. I could see I'm waiting for someone to pull an NFT out of there and people go crazy over it. Like,
yeah, that was
NFT in there.
I should have planted one in there, huh?
Yeah,
that's what I should have done. I should have just planted something like that.
Like, throw an old one that's like the one that you got beat up. Like, they could have put it in there. You got to return in there. Look at this. He's running. He's doing his Windows XP updates right now.
Always updating on a Thursday. You switch the day to a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tell that thing not to update on a Thursday.
Yeah, don't hit that update button when it says, "Do you want to update now?" Don't hit that, John.
You ever click those buttons though that you start to freak out a little bit, and you click it before you really read it? Like, I've done that. I
was on a meeting earlier today with work, and I was got on there, and I was supposed to actually be the one kind of leading the start of the meeting, and then I realized no one could. I couldn't hear anyone. I was like, "What's going on?" So my Teams was all messed up. I was like, I gotta just totally restart. Sometimes you just gotta turn it off and turn it on again. Turn off and turn it on. So Randy said he saw one person open 3 boxes and had the same pop in all 3. But you know what? They're not I don't think they've been sending them. From what I've seen, they don't send them in individual sorters or anything like that.
No, ours, since we filmed it, I don't mind sharing this. They came in sorters of 3. We had 4 sorters of 3 because we got the 12 boxes. And like I said, you guys got to watch it. Let's say that. You guys are going to have to watch it.
So this might be a good one to talk about while we wait for John, because he doesn't like to talk about NFTs with us too much. So we could talk about this. I actually want to bring up. I think I have. Let's see if I can bring up one on this. So with that, I will say, it was an interesting drop. I think it kind of shows something though to me. I'd say what happened. I will say right now, I did not get anything on this drop. I did not try. I did not attempt. I didn't want to spend the money on it. Literally, I didn't want to spend the money on it. So How about you? Did you spend any money on this
I
one?
did.
You
I did
did?
because Mojo Jojo is like one of my favorite characters from back in the day. I love the Powerpuff Girls. I was way too old to really enjoy the Powerpuff Girls, but I enjoyed it for whatever, Professor Plutonium and the whole gang. But Mojo
Yeah.
Jojo, I loved. So I wanted to open some packs to try to get the Grail because I probably won't buy the Grail, even though I've
I
been thinking
know.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah, like the grail. I see. If anything, I want to get the Freddy, but I feel like I could just buy the stuff instead of trying my hands at it. I don't know. Like,
I think we're at a point with, you're not gonna. You used to be able to sell the packs like no problem for double
yeah,
your money, so it like always made sense to pick up packs on the drop. Now that like some of these packs were going for less than retail,
yeah,
so you're kind of past that point now where you're gonna just pick them up for willy nilly. At the same time, when they burn as many as they did, the Grail is probably going to end up being closer to like a 600-piece Grail instead
yeah.
of the 999 because of the amount that they burned. And we won't know until all the final numbers come in. But this could be one of the most limited Grails that has been
I think
released.
it will because the
I
most
think so
limited was
too.
666, right? The Iron Maiden
Yes.
one was the most limited, and it was on purpose the most
Right.
limited, not like, oh, we had to burn a bunch and it's down. But I
Yeah,
think
I'm definitely getting the Mojo Freddy.
I
I
think the
love that
Mojo
one
Ready
too.
is cool. I think I'll probably grab it, or maybe I'll buy it. Or if the packs are decent, which I don't know if they will or not be because of how limited they'll be, depending on how many people want to grab them. But yeah, I wonder if I don't know. I saw something. I think this is what they burn, like 40% or
I
close
think
to
they
that.
burned over 40%.
Yeah, it was crazy, crazy, crazy
Which
to
I'm
see
not
that
surprised. I
number.
feel like they're kind of going with that theory of let's just put out as many as possible, and then whatever sells. Like we'll let the market determine how big the size is going to be. The only thing that bothers me with that, like I would love that they did it that way and then burn whatever they're going to burn, and then people get. But I think the stickers should reflect that because now you're not going to have 999 grails because there's that many packs
Yep.
that were burned, and those stickers should reflect it's a 600 piece. You don't want to have to like pull on an abacus every time to say this one, oh, this is actually 700 piece and this is a 790 piece and this is an
Yeah.
840 piece. I
And
don't like that they don't
I don't know
do
how
that.
they can't update these stickers because technically, even if they decided to keep a couple in case damages happen and stuff like that, they could still
It's,
update the
yeah,
sticker. They could keep them and burn them or destroy them like they're supposed to after a certain
or
time
keep
period.
them and just number them like probably what they've done before anyway. I'm sure that they've had extra, I don't think they're super tight on that. I don't know if it's 10% more or 20% more or whatever it's going to be, but
But
exactly what you just said, Judge. They 100% should update the numbers because now you're starting to gives the illusion of more value with when packs get burned. And
yeah,
people are like, "Oh, this stuff." You get these drops. I like that they do weird stuff like this. Like this is kind of a little more obscure. Like
yeah.
Steven Universe, I didn't pick anything up because I had no attachment to that show. But
See,
here,
I
I'll buy
picked a
some of
bunch
these.
up. I picked a bunch up from that, and I did actually pretty well. The only thing I don't have right now is, I believe, the Grail from that one, and I might buy a couple more packs because it's out there. It's pretty affordable. I think
Right.
still the prices on it, and that's what I'm at. I'm at like a point two where I'm still trying to complete some other sets that are out there. I'd rather work on those and buy a couple packs here and there with those instead of spending my money on, say, 6 to 12 packs of these.
There's a couple
And
tricks I've learned and I don't, Josh, I'm sure you know some of these at this point, but I really should do a video at some point. Like, if you guys like NFTs at all, and we won't bore everybody because there's people that absolutely hate them, but there's some tricks to like complete sets way faster. Like, I was having to add one at a time before and purchase one at a time. They have a like add all to cart now, and they've got some crazy stuff
yeah.
that it just makes it so much easier, much more fun to finish stuff.
Now, have you tried to use the new drop
No,
marketplace? I have not
why?
either, and I haven't found it to be worth it yet.
No.
Too. Like,
With that being said, do you use Poppin Stock at all?
yes.
Okay, because they now list what the prices are on drop and what the prices are on wax.
Yeah.
Or on the Atomic Hub or
I like
whatever.
that. I like the compare now.
When you see that, like the Grail the other day was super big difference between one and the other. Like, and sometimes you'll see that you could almost, I mean, if you really wanted to, there's times that you could buy the Grail on one and sell the Grail on the other. But you got to sell it. But sometimes there's a big discrepancy. But I don't want to get involved in another. It's just that's a little bit too much for me.
John is loading at 99% right now. Oh, he's at 100. All right.
Oh, we're gonna have fun, and that's okay. John, I'm glad you're here.
It's nice to see you guys.
So I will say, I saw someone post something about you remember the rumored NFTs that were coming up? Most of the rumors had happened. Powerpuff Girls, Adventure Time, Dark Knight, April Fools, Hanna-Barbera, Halloween, Funko, Jurassic Park, Steven Universe, Back to the Future, and The Stranger Things.
And then maybe a biggie that
hasn't happened. Rick and Morty. And Morty's still out there, and I think that one will do well if that one comes out. I think there's enough people that would be interested in Squid Games. Squid Games
was one.
Squid Games, and then I think a holiday Funko one maybe.
I could see a holiday one doing okay, but I don't think they should do a Squid Game one.
No, 100%. That's
super limited.
It'll be interesting though because Netflix is having that new real reality kind of Squid Game one, but I don't know what they're gonna make. Like, what pops are they gonna really make that's gonna be people are really gonna go after for the redeemable?
Nothing bums me out more than when we pull any Squid Game pop in a mystery box. I'll be honest. I have 0.0 interest in the Squid Game.
Now, what they do is make the Squid Game ones only 5,000 packs. Then you got some action going on. You need to make.
I think even then you'd probably have to burn 4,000.
I don't see that being I would rather pull 100 bubbles or buttercups before I pulled a Squid Game pop.
So, holidays would be fun. I think if they did,
I would like that,
especially if they did their own. I think if they did their own characters out of it,
they should. They should do some original Funko characters. That'd be
like a proto elf or Santa or Freddy.
I would be okay with them getting away from even the Freddies though. Go completely do your own version of Santa or do your own version of whatever.
Freddy.
Yeah.
What's going on, Travis, Sean, Jeremy, Sam, Evelyn? Hello, bunch of people. Thank you guys for being patient. Sorry about the delay.
You guys remember the creepy elves things they did with spastic plastic? Those two, like stuff like that would be fun.
The snowman with the cigar in his mouth.
For our Saturday video, we pulled an original Funko character in one of the mystery boxes we opened up, and it's so cool to see those characters. And the pop we pulled wasn't worth very much, but it just, I don't know, with everything being licensed these days, it makes you appreciate original characters like that.
Yeah. I think yes, Pipsqueak. We need to see a couple more NFT sodas.
NFT sodas with chases.
Yeah, with chases.
I think if they really want to sell out packs, I think, because then even when you get the soda, you still don't know, if they make one with the chase, if you're going to pull the chase or not. And if they have one to where, it could be total chaos too, because let's say they have a 1,200 piece soda and some of the sodas don't get redeemed, are some of the chases not going to get redeemed? Or some of the commons technically not getting redeemed? That could be a whole crazy, chaotic world right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think they should get away from Freddy for a little while. I really do. I think
we had a lot of Freddies in the last 18, a lot. And I'm a huge Freddy guy, but the last 18 months has been super.
And they've done a really good job with some of them. I'm just saying, I think it's okay to take a break. I think it's okay to have 3 or 4 NFT series without one. You know,
No,
because
I like them as the royalty though. I think the royalty works perfect.
I don't mind that as much as your full, like, if you're gonna do an original set like a holiday set, to have another 5 Freddys, you know what I mean? Like we just had the Funkoween,
not like that. No.
Those.
So I actually think like it should be reversed. Like I'm okay with them doing like a full set, like a holiday set, Funkoween set of like 5.
And you'd like to not see the royalties that way.
To not see all the other lines have so many royalties, like, you know, every once in a while, but like, you know, or at least like with the DC one, like we got another Freddy as Batman, and then we got Freddy as Batman for Fun on the Run. So it's just like, if you're gonna do something unique, do something unique, but don't do something that's been done before.
Yeah, I will say most of them have been pretty unique though for the royalties.
Some of them have, but then they just, you know, they drop so many for San Diego Comic-Con and the New York Comic-Con. So I kind of like the old days of, like, you know, you only got Freddy's once a year for San Diego Comic-Con. That was it. I mean, now I do enjoy this, like, you know, especially with like the traveling Freddy that just came out. I like seeing the Christmas Freddy every year. Like, those are cool. Like, keep doing those. But I don't know, if you just dial it back just a little bit, it'll make Freddy a little bit more special again.
Yeah, make the boxes more limited. I mean, we've been, you know, we sound like broken records, but like even like the Halloween boxes, make them just a little bit more limited. Do the SDCC boxes, make them a little bit even more limited than they are. Meaning, instead of putting 3 in there or 4 in there, maybe put 2 in there, or, you know, do something like that. Mix it up a little bit.
Gabe's watching from work. What's up, Gabe?
Gabe, that's the best way to work.
It's the best way to do it. Kelsey says, I feel like the Freddy royalty helps support the line. See, that's where I draw, like, that's where I have the most issue with it. Like, you shouldn't be relying on Freddy to carry the weight of the license. Like, the license should be strong enough to have characters that you can make into unique figures that don't have to depend on a Freddy.
I think that's been their problem though so far, because they've really only had WB for the most part. Like, and I think that the license so far for the NFTs have not probably been as strong as, you know, maybe they would even want. I'm sure they're trying to work on other stuff. At some point, if they got away from it, I don't think I'd be like crying over it. But I do like it. Like, I think we got some of the best Freddy's of this year, I think.
Well, like they did a really good job where at least the Freddy's with the NFT sets, they're really cool designs, like Megazord Freddy, you know, he's like built into the actual character. Like, they're not just head swaps for the most part, which is cool. So I do appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, I'm always like, so Ozzy Pop and Paul just said, my wallet says yes. No more Freddy's, but my heart says no. So I'm like, my heart is always going to say yes to Freddy, but my wallet is saying no, because I feel like there's so many in the last 2 years that I haven't been able to pick up yet.
Now too, you know, you only have so much space, and the more Freddy sodas and the more Freddy things they come out with, it becomes that.
Yep, my Freddy's are now like triple deep, and I don't like. Right there is like there's 9 in front of the 9 that are behind that, in front of the 12 that are behind that right now. And yeah, I mean, that is kind of the problem, because some of them have been really, really good too. You know what I mean? Like, they're not ones I want to get rid of, but no, I can't even pick which ones to display. Like, I just got to keep them all out here right now.
So another thing that came up this week is, and we've talked about this before, but it officially came out with no discount, right? This is the first soda in the last couple soda.
Full price.
It hasn't come out with a discount right away. So, did anyone grab one?
I did not.
I did not. And I would have if the chases were better. We just want the commons.
Yeah.
So we are going to get one at some point. I was kind of disappointed that they didn't drop it to $90. To be honest, I would have grabbed it if it was $90, but since it was $100, I did not.
Yeah, I think for us, even if they went on sale, I don't think this is a cooler we'd pick up.
Yeah, it's not I like the commons. I think they look good. The blacklight chases don't make any sense to me.
Yeah, they don't work for me.
No.
Like,
no, They should have just been unmasked. Honestly, I think they should have just been unmasked, or just as their teenager form or something.
Something different. Something where blacklight just doesn't fit the look of these. I don't know. So I'll be wondering. I think these will be around for a while for some reason.
Yeah, I see a lot of people going hashtag Black Friday, Black Friday. Yeah, these will probably be on sale for Black Friday. Although I've already seen some ads. Funko's advertising Black Friday pretty heavily, so I'm expecting
you know what that means.
Pretty big sales.
Me too.
I'm hoping for Cyber Monday, and then maybe like after Christmas when these go like 50% off. Maybe then I'd grab
I don't think you have to wait. I think these will be 50% off on Black Friday.
They very well could be.
Sean, I'm right there with you, man. Star Wars cooler. I am so in. 100%. 100%. I need the Star Wars character.
So I think So I think we'll still see them for, a while. I don't think they're going anywhere. So if you didn't get them, don't have any FOMO right now.
Don't fret.
I'll be curious to see how many people, we all watch other unboxing videos and things like that. Like how many people will be opening these up and getting them. And I think, like John said, the comments are great. I think the comments look good if you like Power Rangers and that's the sodas you want. It's a great way to get them all because you didn't have to buy them one by one, like a lot of the other stuff in the past we've had to get. So
I was kind of like that with the turtles though too. I wasn't like I mean we got a case of the turtles, but I had zero interest in completing the chases. And I'm pretty complete with the whole turtles line, but when they don't really make sense, there's just not as much of incentive to go after them.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of funny. Like we were just saying, take a break with the Freddy's. I think they really need to take a break with Blacklight. I don't think Blacklight has the same effect on collectors anymore.
No, I like the horror line. All the horror line that they've done, all in the Blacklight. I actually think that for whatever reason works in my mind. I like that.
Neomorph looked really good. They just did for that scare fair. That looked really good.
That's what. Yeah, no, like I feel like those have worked. I've enjoyed that, but.
David says, I am over the Blacklight craze. It is time to move on to the next idea. I hope the next idea is just to make more creative stuff and not rely on one variant. Like, we had like Flocked and then there was Chrome and Blacklight took over. There was like a lot of metallic for a while. Like, don't just dip something in one variant and that's the new thing. Like, make different stuff.
Yeah, and I think this was just like it's a weird call because I don't think the Blacklight just doesn't go with anything with this.
So Zach brings up a great point. He says the Blacklight Barbie and Ken 2-pack just came out. They're not stopping. That kind of works for them. I feel like Blacklight can work for one-offs, but when you just make a whole cooler, have all their chases Blacklight, like that to me isn't exciting. I think someone also said, maybe it was Gerald, who said Blacklight would work well for Star Wars. I don't think so. No. I mean, I think it'd be super lazy considering Star Wars is such a deep IP. Like you just have so many different uniforms and outfits and that you follow so many characters throughout a very long period of time. Like you could do different outfits and different lightsabers. Like there's all different kinds of things you could do. Like they shouldn't just rely on Blacklight.
So I would say if you are going to like get a cooler, I think the peanut cooler would be better to get. I don't know if I had to pick a cooler right now. But I would also say with all these sales coming, watch what you're buying with these because I think a lot of these will be up there on sale. I'm loving to see more people are getting chases from Marshalls. That's awesome to see. We pulled a chase, the Grinch chase. I think it's really cool to see that people like these exist out there as just like sodas people are picking up and you're pulling chases. They're not like sodas that it shows that they're just sodas from cases that were distributed and now they're just
not somehow like
it's not. Yeah, it's not like someone's giving a deal on sodas and they already pulled the chase, so all they're doing is selling the
Like that episode from
deal.
Seinfeld when they only sold the muffin tops and then gave all the bottoms away.
The stumps,
Yeah.
right?
All the stumps.
I actually saw that episode. I remember that.
Yeah, it was a good one. It's kind of like that. I mean, quite honestly, you don't want to get the stumps. You want to have some of the tops.
Correction on what Gerald said. He said they shouldn't do.
Shouldn't. Gerald, you are correct. That was correct. I'm glad you said that because I didn't want to say that your idea was not good.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think if you're going to buy any cooler right now, and congratulations to, was that William who pulled the chase on Bumble?
Yeah, Bumble
Congrats on
Chase. Oh,
that's awesome.
Wait till they go on sale. There is going to be at least 2 more Bumble 3 liters in this house.
I'm telling you guys right now, when everything goes on sale, I am loading up on a ton of 3 liters because that's whatever price they.
I'm loading up a ton of 3 liters as well when they go on sale.
Oh, come on.
Finger. Hey, was that your pointer finger, hon?
At least 90 liters of 3 liters.
I'm getting at least 90 liters of 3 liters.
90 liters of soda.
And I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was going to be living outside after that.
In the 3 liter house.
In the 3 liters. I'll build a igloo of 3 liters.
Joanna's rearranging buckets in our laundry room, so I guess she's not a fan of.
She's not a fan of the statement. I'm going to go ham on 3 liters.
Yeah.
At least you won't be alone, Vince. You'll be alone out. You'll have company outside.
Jen, we might have to snuggle. We might have to share body heat.
It'll be you and me and our 3 liters.
And our 3 liter igloo.
Yes.
Hey. We'll just go stay with Josh. It'll be fine. It's warm down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. There's a great place outside. You can sleep with your 3 liter. So.
Okay, perfect.
I still haven't pulled that Darth Vader.
That we did get lucky on. So.
But yeah, we haven't bought any Bumbles yet. I'm excited for Maui whenever they drop.
Oh,
Maui.
I can't wait for Maui.
Yeah, Maui looks good. And then I feel like there's another one I've not purchased yet. I don't know. I still think they should lower the price in 2024. Oh my God, 2024.
David, she gave me more than just a look, but yes.
Man, everybody's finding chases in the wild. Brian found one at a GameStop.
Actual like pop chase too, like pop chases.
Oh, and yeah, Nikki found a pop chase at GameStop. Man, that's awesome.
Hey, you know what? Listen, this sounds like a positive. Like people are getting out and going to find stuff again. I'm going to go find a Marshalls this weekend because I got to get a jacket.
But Randy bought a few of the sodas. 750 Queens when they came out.
Oh, nice.
If we didn't get that chase already, I 100% would have been on that. I mean,
that's a deal. That's a steal of a deal.
Yeah.
When they messed up and put them down to 750.
I want to see, like, what do you guys think is going to be like the deepest discount level that they're going to go to? Like 50% off, or you think we're going to see
70? I think there's going to be.
I think we'll see 70 again.
Yeah.
I think 50% off. I think they'll also do something where you probably get something free with something, They need to do all those things. Maybe do something different every different day. One thing for Black Friday, one thing for Cyber Monday, something else. But
yeah,
who knows? Maybe give you some extra points like Lego does. Like they copy.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Do like double VIP or something. That'd be cool. 70%. I mean, I'm down for 70%. I mean, there's lots of stuff on the website right now. I mean, we just got in our 2 Peanuts coolers, and I was looking at the cooler, man. I think down the road, like 3-4 years from now, people are gonna be like, "What? There was a Peanuts cooler?" Like, I think that's gonna be something people go after in the long run.
Cross Safe's waiting for the deal, 90% on all
BTS. Do they have any BTS on the website?
I don't know. Cross Safe's gonna scoop them up when they do.
It's got them.
We should go through the website and see what's on there right now.
See. Oh, here
How
we go.
many coolers? Is there 4 coolers now on the website?
Buy 1, get 9 free Popsies.
I would.
What? Peanuts?
Power Rangers.
Power Ranger.
X-Men. and Peter Pan, right?
X-Men, they still have Peter Pan too.
I mean, I think so.
You
And
think
they did 50% off on that Peter Pan twice, I believe.
twice? Oh.
Yeah.
I know. I know. Is
Peter
last
Pan
time
was
it was
so
down to
good, too.
$50, right? $50 at least.
Yeah.
I could see it going down, maybe more, maybe 30. 30. How many would you pick up? 30% off, 30 or down to $30, like 70% off a soda cooler. Would you pick?
Oh,
up
I'd pick
some?
up at least 2.
Yeah.
At 70% off?
Yeah.
For which cooler?
Any of the coolers, any of them. Would you?
I would pick up 3 or 4 of each.
I'll be honest, I think I'm going to buy
70%
some
off.
of those pens.
Well, I mean, because if you do 70% off, you're saying the cooler's only $30. $30
Yeah, that's what I'm
for
thinking.
6 sodas,
Yeah.
and one of them's a guaranteed chase plus the bag. I mean, you'd be stupid not to pick up more than you.
Like
yeah,
if this
pick
Freddy
up
goes on
6.
sale, I'll pick up a couple more of those.
Yeah.
I think I gave away
yeah,
our
I
only
would.
one that I had.
Halloween one. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that
I
soda.
still can't believe that Freddy didn't sell out. It was such a good moment.
This guy right here, if you haven't grabbed him, I would grab him before Black Friday comes.
Yeah.
Because I think he'll sell out. So if you haven't grabbed Hatbox Ghost yet, grab
That's
him.
been a tough one to find anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Willy Wonka. That's the other one we
Oh.
haven't got.
That one's going down to $7.50.
That is
$7.50.
100%
like
one that
12
I
bucks.
wouldn't buy.
It'll be 12 to $20. It'll be like
I
probably
just-
50% off.
If it's super cheap, I just want to buy it to open up in a video, like just for.
I don't care about the opinion in the house. I love the 3-liters. I think that they look super cool.
We have a couple Oogie Boogies to rip, but I wouldn't say no to more. Vader.
I have a Groot. I have some Groots from last time too.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, Groot.
We might do them this weekend, or like a Marvel weekend. So
They gotta lower the price. Like we gotta get the San Diego stuff off the site. Like, come
Yeah.
on, we need to
I
move
don't-
this.
like what? Yeah, let's see what like some of the old like these should be. Look, there are $8.99. So what will they be on sale for?
Look at how bad. I mean, these are just. Are those the Shazam?
But yeah, why are these two not on sale, but this one is? Like, why is Eugene, but Mary and Freddy are still good?
Are they 18 right now?
They're $15. $15 at least.
Yeah, it's just man, it's too much for those.
For
Even
unnumbered,
Even
yeah.
$8.99 is too much for those.
All
Right.
Might. All Might's still
All Might, I can't believe still around, but it was pretty big numbers.
like Ironheart is still there. How long ago was Wakanda Forever?
well, and this one was
wasn't
a
that a
Walmart
year ago?
exclusive too, and it's $18. It'll be there for a long time if they don't.
Yeah,
make it.
wasn't Wakanda Forever a year ago in November last year?
Yeah, it should be. These two should be the same price. Why is Nakia and Ironheart different? Like,
Jen, do you remember when we were talking when Bugs Bunny was released and we said it's going to sell out within hours? Do you remember when you said that?
I do. I feel
Bugs Bunny is still
there.
available. There's only
Still there.
10,000. There wasn't like 100,000 Bugs
a
Bunny.
good soda.
It is absolutely amazing soda, and to see that still up there, I think
From
is kind of
WonderCon?
telling.
stretch.
But they should be doing the same thing that we're doing and looking at the website right now and going, ladies and gentlemen, like we made way too much. Like at this
Winter
time next
Soldier.
year, like they should aim to have everything WonderCon, everything San Diego, and I'll give them almost everything from New York sold out. But if we're in the same predicament next year, they can't be surprised if the company's profits have.
No, I think that I think they
She-Hulk is
they
sold
know what they
out.
got to do. Oh,
Oh,
she's
She-Hulk
sold
is-
out.
She-Hulk
It's
is
sold
sold
out.
Okay. Well, she was
She-Hulk is
appointed. Wasn't she
officially sold out.
2021? Wasn't she FunCon 2021?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, FunCon 2022. So a year,
2022.
A
Oh, that's
year.
what I meant. That's what I meant. 2022. Yeah.
like
Sorry.
a year old. Yeah. So
I mean, when you think about it, it kind of goes to tell you though. I mean, this is why so much is ending up at Marshall's right now. Like, look at how long when it's only like one source
Black
like this
Adam.
with the Funko Shop stuff. Like, look at how long it takes to sell, 20,000 units. I think even in the heyday, I don't think they were like 20,000 of anything was always too much.
I think what really hurt them, and it seems like such a minor change in the grand scheme of things. I think soda sales, and you guys in the chat can back me up or disagree with me. I think soda sales had 2 significant dips. I think when they raised the price retail from 15 to 18, I think that really hurt a lot of people, including us. We couldn't buy as many for
No,
videos
same
and
here.
stuff. And the second thing was doing the unnumbered thing. I think both those 2 events really, and I know it's like completely like off the charts, insanely expensive for overseas international collectors, which is also a shame because if you're a worldwide company with a world recognized brand, which Funko is, like you need to cater to your collectors no matter what region of the world, because if somebody lives in Australia and they like Funko, it's not their fault that they live in Australia. So like the prices need to reflect, I understand like there's different, variation between regions. Like if you go somewhere, it's going to be a little bit more expensive to get a hamburger than it is to go somewhere else. But
Yeah,
like,
some of that's taxes and all
yeah,
the other
and I
stuff
get
goes
that, but
into
it should be still around the same.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
This is crazy though.
Nah, not really. When you only put the really sought after
stuff in
items
one box.
in one
You know,
box.
it shows
But-
it shows though,
That was just dumb. That's not
if
even
if they would have split the monster one, the monster soda and the Soundwave over a couple boxes, those boxes would have sold out. Like, would I have gone back and picked up another box if I knew I had a chance? The only thing that you had a chance at the limited stuff, like they'll get that. They gotta pay attention to what's going on.
If they wanted to sell all 4 boxes should have had a chance at
something.
least 4 different 500-piece items.
Yeah, that's all they needed to do. They would have sold them all out.
It's super basic. If you made like a 500-piece Freddy Monster, 500-piece Loch Ness Monster soda, 500-piece, I don't know, what's the other guy? Not Sasquatch. What's the other word for Sasquatch? Just the
Yeti?
Yeah, Yeti would have been cool. Bigfoot. You did a 500-piece Bigfoot monster, soda. Like if you would have just done that, you would have sold them all out because everybody would be like, "Oh, I need that 500-piece." Now maybe those people who are trying to get it, they may not even be soda collectors. But if they know they can get something that's worth, because that Freddy Monster soda is going for like 300, 350, somewhere around there. That's triple the price of the box. So if you entice people to buy something where they can technically get something triple the value, either for their collection or either something that they can sell and make their money back, then yeah, that's how you sell things out.
So, isn't this crazy? Look how many exclusives there are. Now, I know this includes store exclusives, con exclusives, everything. 731 exclusives on their site right now. 731 exclusives. Let's go. Funko Shop, 186. 186 things that have been sold on the Funko Shop. Now, a couple of them are sold out. They got some Loungefly in there, mixed in there.
Oh, that Funko bag is pretty cool.
Look at these, right? Marley Brothers, were they Funko Shop exclusive?
Yes.
8,000
piece. The glow in the dark was.
The glow in the dark one. Yeah, that's what it was.
The other, they have a common release too. Which,
I was going to say.
That makes no sense.
Diva bag, another bag. There's plenty of these bags that are coming out. And we got ornaments. I didn't know this many ornaments were Funko Shop exclusives. But this is a pretty good amount of Funko Shop exclusives, including, like, in the past, would all the X-Men still been around? In the past, would have Indiana Jones been around? I don't know. Like, I feel like some of these in the past, like,
you know what I think it is though too, Josh? I think it's also, I feel like there's just, is there more coming out or something? I just feel like it didn't feel like is overwhelming. I think where a lot of people got to, and personally, I think another big hit with the sodas, they used to announce these waves of just 3 or 4 sodas, and it felt manageable.
That's
you know what I
true,
mean?
yeah.
The minute that they started going to these bigger releases and way closer together, like you used to get like a release a quarter, it felt like, or one and a half releases.
I think it was like every 2-3 weeks, but it was still very manageable.
It was manageable. It felt different. Like it they started to not feel as special just because you got inundated with them. Then they went to the no numbers, which made it worse. And then they started, then when they raised the price as well, with the exclusives being at 18, like 18, like I just out of principle, I open this stuff to show off, and out of principle, I will not pay $18 except for to get maybe one on a con drop just so we have it. But like if I'm a consumer, I'm not a normal consumer. I'm not spending $18 on a soda.
I mean, I will if it's a character I have to have, but you can't expect me to spend $18 on every soda. Like
if it's a 5,000 piece, I'll spend it.
Yeah, like there's caveats and exceptions.
Yeah, there's for
rule.
sure.
Like if they release something that's really cool, super limited, has an amazing chase, yeah, I'm gonna go $18 all day. But it's like, but that's not always gonna be the case with every soda,
Right.
And what's going on, Anna? Good to see you in the stream.
When they do 70% off, you need to check some of these pops if you want any of these first, because if they screw up again like they did last time with the Queen, that's why she was $7.50. When they did the percentage off, they did it off the sale price, not the original price. So just check some of these out if you see anything like the big sales drop.
Yeah, I'll definitely get that Bruce Banner with the shawarma if it goes on sale.
No, that's shawarma.
I think that is a 3-year-old pop at this point.
That's not great. So Ozzy says our sodas equate to $22.50 USD per soda. Lots of retailers are not even stocking them. Yeah, I mean $22.50 is definitely a lot.
$22.50, but are they getting international ones, or are they getting like US stock now? Is that why the price is more? Are they having to get US stock? You know what I mean?
I'm curious. Like, I know someone commented and said that they were still getting international, but I haven't seen any of the new sodas with international. So that's why
I'm saying. I wonder what.
Yeah, I haven't seen any international.
No,
in a long time.
Like other than stuff that's been out for a while, you've seen those, but I don't see the international. Like a good example would be Haunted Mansion, right? Hatbox Ghost. I haven't seen an international version of that. Probably any of the con ones before they would do both.
Yeah,
a lot of times for the con ones and things like that. So
I think they should split it up. Like they shouldn't do international, but they should split up. Like if there's a 20,000 piece soda, you give 10,000 to the States, 5,000 to Europe, and you ship another 5,000 over to create like a Funko Asia hub, and then they can ship like 2,500 off to Australia, like that kind of thing. Like make the actual piece count on the can stand for the entire piece count. So anyone in the world who collects that soda or that item can look at it and go, I have one of 20,000 worldwide.
I think they did that though. Also, the lower numbers look a lot better. No.
That's why they did it.
You know what I mean?
It's surely why they did it.
It's 100%. That was smart. I mean, business wise, that was smart on their part.
Maybe, but was it smart? I think it was a short-term gain, long-term loss. Because look at all the.
I think they would have lost in the long term regardless. You know what I mean? You still, it's supply and demand. At the end of the day, if enough people wanted them, they'd still be doing international. I just don't think that the market is overseas because of cost, because of maybe interest, because I'm sure of a lot of reasons, but there's a reason why they're probably getting away from it.
Well, I think it's two separate issues, and with the international collectors, from what I've heard, people want to collect the sodas, but when you price them that high, I mean, there's really no point in buying a sealed soda at retail when if you're paying $22.50, I mean, you might as well just spend like $40 or $50 and get the chase if you really want the chase. Like they're pricing people out at the ground floor, and that is causing it's like self-inflicted hurt in demand.
Well, when especially when you're competing with the prices of other places and you can get them, and even with the adjusted shipping price, it's still cheaper. But look at these. None of these have international
Yeah, I
one.
think they stopped doing international a while ago. They just didn't announce it or didn't tell anybody because
I think
we would have
this
seen. I
would
think
be-
Bruno was the last time we saw
Bruno,
international.
the last
They still have
con
the
one,
black, white,
Valkyrie.
Alice.
Valkyrie, yeah, the Alice
Well,
Wonderland.
this is on Funko Europe, right?
Right.
Yeah, this is Funko Europe. Oh,
That's
Princess Leia. That was actually
That's a newer
how
one.
long ago was Princess Leia?
Fairly recent.
That was 2023 at least, right?
What about Tony?
Tony was not. So no Tony. None of the, of course,
None of the
unnumbered.
limited ones. Or
None of
unlimited ones.
the sodas, I believe, like one. So Valkyrie seems like the last con one. Those are all unlimited. Oh, we got these, which these are over a year old. I know that.
Yeah.
Focus Pocus. And we got Dustin. I remember getting him as international. Oh, She-Hulk. So these were kind of like, yeah, we're talking about at least 8 months plus. I don't think any of the new stuff I've seen come out has been international. Jack Skellington is maybe. That's still
Jack Skellington is shocking because that's actually a really cool soda. Like the Blacklight works for the Nightmare Before Christmas line, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, I would say, Santa Jack. So these were kind of like a year. Most of these are like a year old.
Hawkman.
Say, at least. So I have the newest one was probably what one we saw.
Maybe Leia.
Leia? I think Leia might be the newest one that we saw with it. But none of the cons are doing that anymore. Bruno, Leia.
Oh, look at Bruno. Bruno's a good example. Bruno, what here is only 5 or 8,000? I think there was only 5,000 Brunos here.
He was only
Bruno's
5. That one was weird. There was more international.
overseas.
Yeah, there was like
Really?
8 international Brunos and 5 US.
See, it's smart on their part, though. Limited soda here and not so limited overall. 17,000 pieces. Or 13, I'm sorry.
Still
Sorry,
pretty
just
limited
open it
soda,
up.
yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, still limited. Daniel says here in Canada at GameStop, they're charging $27.99 for a sealed Dr. Alan Grant.
Wow.
Now, is Alan Grant international or regular US? That'll tell us right there because he's pretty new. He's probably one of the newest ones.
like
so if he's not international, that means they're not making international.
See, and I understand like companies having to raise their costs, but I kind of don't understand it with Funko. I get it, like some of their manufacturing costs might have gone up. But if they were smart, I feel like they would try everything possible to keep their costs the same and just try to produce more. So that way people were buying in volume instead of just cutting back and then you have all this.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, though. I don't think they have the volume to be able to do that. And because in a perfect world, yeah, just sell more product. Unfortunately, I mean, we're seeing it with these sodas. There's too much of everything. Like if a con soda, Bugs Bunny con soda with only, I think 10,000 pieces takes 6 months to sell out, and maybe it's going to take longer and go on sale multiple times. Like there's just unfortunately not the demand for it. Like what would they have done in that situation? They got to keep the prices the same. Inflation's going insane over the last, year here. On top of that, now you've got less demand and they're going to charge less. It's just not, they would be out of business within whatever. And it's the reason why they're bleeding money, I'm sure right now, because they have to pull back on their costs, which means they're making less per piece, you know, and it's
yeah, but you're not, the thing is though, like once again, I feel like the business side of everything, but like, you can't be making money if you're selling the sodas at the end of the day for 70% off. So like if you charge,
that's what I'm saying. But if you sell 10,000 pieces at 70% off, they would, let's say they sold them at, whatever. Let's say that you do what you said. They would, by making less, they're even going to be making less money. Instead 70% when they're making 10,000, or if they made 5,000 that they could sell, let's say at $12 each. But would they sell that 5,000? I don't, it would still their turnaround is probably not fast enough to get that money back.
Yeah. Zach said, did GameStop just put out something saying they stopped employee benefits and are going out of business? That is that true? Is GameStop
I
going
have
out
not
of
heard
business?
that.
I wouldn't be surprised if GameStop's always been going out of business.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor for at least 5 years
Okay.
now.
Oh.
All right, so I did find here pop culture. Since we're talking about this, pop culture does have Greedo, which is pretty new, but
That
doesn't
one's
have
pretty
Ben 10, which is probally newer than Greedo.
Yes, Ben 10
So-
would be newer.
And then Hopper and Barb don't look like they are. So I wonder if it's somewhere already in the works.
Right.
And they had them out. Like Leia is out, but Joker doesn't look like it's going to be it. It's already out on there. Ooh. Oh, look, old school. Look, regular Thanos. This was not no international at that
Jeez.
time.
That's
There,
what I'm saying.
Still looking for a Thanos soda. You can get one.
You know what's funny? We've gone to like some random pop stores, and they still have Iron Man still sitting on the shelf, not open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good point, Jonathan. As long as they go out of business after my boy Captain Rex comes out. Yeah, they just announced the new Captain Rex and Ponkrell 2-pack is going to be a GameStop exclusive.
You'll be able to get it on the Funko shop.
Yeah.
You'll be
That's
fine.
true.
And it'll be on
That's true,
sale
yeah.
and free shipping.
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll be fine. We're all safe. I mean, really, you know, I mean, you said how many exclusives they have, Josh, but let's be honest, they're trying to go direct to consumer. I mean, that is definitely going to be their way.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's not smart for the stores because truthfully, I mean, how often would I go into Hot Topic if they didn't have Funko?
I mean, I'll be honest. Walgreens lost a ton of business from me personally when they stopped carrying Pops. I got zero incentive to go into Walgreens. I used to buy a water and at least some form of candy every time I went in there. I wouldn't walk out of that place empty-handed.
And I mean,
ever.
even GameStop, I mean, I think having a mixture of stuff has helped them a lot because people still want to buy some used games and sell games and stuff like that. Just not the market because a lot of people all the devices are moving to more digital anyways. Yeah. But it's also like I think that kept them afloat a little bit, like having some of the geeky stuff in there and things like that.
I have an update. I just looked it up. It's the first thing on Google. So, Zach, you're not wrong. However, there is a critical detail that is very important here. So it says all GameStops are closing in Ireland. That's the top thing. So they told all their Irish employees that they're losing their benefits and they're closing down. So I guess
that's a bummer.
Ireland.
Ireland like me now.
Ireland natives are not playing as much video games. I don't know what's going on, but they are not keeping Ireland GameStop alive.
Who knew?
I mean, how many were there? Like 5 in Ireland?
I was gonna say, was there? I wonder how many.
I mean, is that their biggest? That's a big market. I feel like they've probably closed as many in the U.S. as they have in Ireland right now. I feel like there's been plenty of GameStop that's closed in the last couple of years.
The article also says that gamers in Ireland still have plenty of other places and stores to buy games from.
Yeah.
So maybe there's another successful franchise outside of GameStop.
Yeah, they definitely have different stores that.
Sorry, guys. It's been a long day.
So I have one other probably big topic to talk about. I don't know how much you guys have checked this out yet.
I saw that a little bit.
But Funko is changing where they're pulling their Funko data from.
I mean,
that's pricing data from.
Good and bad. First, if they do it well, it'll be great. And it's good for people like us.
That means though, so if they're actually pulling it, they must have figured out something better than Pop Price Guide has, because Pop Price Guide needs people to put that in, right? Like,
right.
People enter it, but there's always some kind of back end stuff. There are always data that ends there. But eBay doesn't want to give that up and just let you feed it in and that. But Funko and eBay have been partners, so maybe they figure out a way to do that somewhat. And the hard thing is going to be tracking some of the obscurities, because we've seen those with the ones that were entered in right too as well. So
Well, it's good and it's bad, because if you see the amount of fakes that are sold on eBay, somebody somehow they got to, like, if they really crack down on that and started getting rid of it, which they should, their partners. I mean, they're part owners, are they not, in Funko at this point? Like,
I mean, the company that I think came together, it's not technically
it's
eBay,
right.
but yeah, they're at least 20% stakeholders or something like that.
Yeah, and the fakes are gonna, like, think about it. Like, Speedy Gonzalez keeps on rolling in my head, because I keep on trying to buy this Speedy Gonzalez. I had one bought on Macari, and the person never sold it out or sent it out. So whatever, whatever, Macari guy, I'm still upset with you. But regardless of that, there is about 40 of them listed right now for $59.95, I believe. And if those start getting pulled into this, because unfortunately, listen, I love Funko, but I don't trust them to run an app well, because I've not used their app in forever, just because it doesn't run well. Quite honestly, it's nice to go check and see if something's vaulted, but other than that, it's pretty bad. So I don't trust that they're gonna, pull in the pricing from 15 fake Funko Pops, and that's gonna hurt their value. It also kind of hurts Funko, because makes like your stuff is not worth as much. So that was the only nice thing. And box damage, are they going to differentiate for that? Because there's some, and people don't understand that either. Like, you look at PPG, it really is a guide. There is some that should never sell where it's at, but like a mint condition 2012 pop for me is 100% different than, a 2023 pop that's in mint condition. I'm definitely going to pay more for something that's old versus something that's newer. And how is that going to get reflected? I just don't see how they're going to do this well. But I feel like they're smarter than me. So
I think the newer stuff, I think, will do well. So I think the newer stuff might have some like trending value on it. I see some of the stuff that has a trending value, but I could say too is like trending value is going to be in trouble too, because it says powered by eBay. I'm like looking at it and it has it on the bottom there. But Ahsoka is like one of the ones that came up first. I was like my collection, I think, but I'm curious about like the high stuff. Like when you start looking at the things that it says historic value, some of them have trending value if they're newer, but if they're not newer, they don't have a trending value to them. It says historic. But there's stuff on here that's no way. Like the Rhode Island Pennywise black and white, trending value $550.
That is 1,000% incorrect.
$550 for the Rhode
I can't wait till that's the top hit in a mystery box somewhere.
Like that is, I'm selling it right now. If you guys,
I got mine right there.
My $550 for Pennywise.
Yeah, honestly, that's gonna hurt us the most. People who buy a mystery box.
Oh, it's gonna mess up the truthfully, I think most people are still gonna go buy the PPG.
Yeah,
I think what it hurts is people that don't even. There's a ton of people that don't know about HobbyDB, don't know about PPVG. They don't even. They might know about the Funko app, but they might not. But then if someone that says, "Oh, that's not the price of that," and then you go, "Oh, look, but on the Funko app it says $550 at like a show or something like that," the guy,
you have to go on actual sold listings, and sometimes sold listings can be fishy. And we've even found sold listings on eBay where it's like it was sold from China. It was somebody with like 0 ratings or 1 rating or something like. So yeah, you just, especially with those high value items, you have to do research.
Well, even the stuff, it's just there's no differentiation between con stickers for past stuff too.
That's an issue, and that's a huge issue right there. Like the sticker differentiation, because people will pay more for a con sticker. It's just how it is.
There's going to be a lot of issues with this. Plus, it is. I liked HobbyDB was moving to more than one source of input if it could prove that. I'm kind of not liking like only eBay, like being because we know things are sold on Whatnot, things are sold on Macari, things are sold on Facebook Marketplace, things are sold in shops, things are sold outside of everything all together. Especially a great example would be like what if you looked up that Willy Wonka 2-pack, would that be on here? Like how much would that be? That kind
Right.
of thing. That like, oh, it's only going to be this because that's the last time it sold on eBay, but we saw it sold somewhere else and how much it paid and that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I mean, to develop an app like this, and I just don't feel like they've ever had a big enough team to really do like a great job on it. I'm not saying that they're not trying to. I think it is. It's tough. It's tough to get something that is going to reflect, what the actual value of stuff. PPG is not perfect either by any stretch of the imagination. I really think that's still going to be the gold standard until they can get what you just said, Josh. Like, where are they getting that 500? Like, where's that even coming from? But that's not the first time that I've seen that. I've had other pops that, I know is like a $20 pop that show that it's $600 on the Funko app. And I see people post things in like Facebook groups and then they get annihilated from everybody because
Oh yeah.
So one thing they're doing though is making it really easy to post on eBay right from the app if you're trying to sell something. It says post to eBay. Nice. So now they're putting it, they're bringing up the product. They have it right there. It says list on eBay right at the bottom now. So you can click on it and list, and it brings up the info for it. So I think that would be interesting because that's really how they're trying to partner.
But is this part of the agreements? And I want to highlight what Chris just said. He said in the press release, it says they're trying to get rid of fake sales that inflate prices, which is awesome.
They do the opposite though. Oh, yeah,
true.
Fake. Okay, fake. I get what you're saying. Fake sales, not fake pops.
Yeah, fake sales. Well, they can't really get rid of fake pops, but they can at least get rid of the fake listings, right? And Linda brings up a good point as well. She says, what about when a damaged pop sells or fake sells for less? They can't base value on those sales. Yeah, that's another huge thing. If something is worth $100 mint, somebody sells it for $50 damage, is that now bringing down the value to like 90 or 80 when your mint pop should still be $100? Like,
yeah, and that's always really why you have to do it exactly how PPG does it with human verification. I don't see how you do it other than that, unless there's some way to verify, like our have the algorithm. Anything that says damaged are excluded from your sales. There would be. I just don't know. I don't think that they're going to put the money that it would cost to put into an app like
that. Well,
the
other thing that I'm curious about is, so eBay has some sort of stakehold in Funko, right? If it was 20% or whatever they put into Funko, right? Is part of their agreement, like they scratched Funko's back. So now Funko says, all right, we're going to team up with you. You invested in us. And now we're going to put the pricing in the app like this, and we're going to make it super easy for people to come over and sell. So now you have an influx of sellers potentially coming over, selling their pops, which of course will, ultimately increase sales from buyers theoretically. Right. And that of course increases commission that eBay makes. So is that the whole thing? And is this also a precursor or another step in the road to eBay Live fully launching and using Funko as a platform to sell their products, kind of like Whatnot did. Whatnot used Funko as their launching collectible product, whatever you want to call it. Is eBay planning on doing the same thing? I know eBay Live is still in beta for, I don't know, last thing I heard or whatever. So, but they're planning on launching pretty soon based on what I heard. And I'm actually okay with it if, because I think you need to have two things. You need to have human verification, and you also need to have I think to truly get the most accurate value of something, I think you actually need to factor in live sales. And I know it's like, I know that's a huge pill to swallow, and I know some people probably right off the bat don't agree with me, but I think live sales actually give you the best indication of what something is worth. And I think, but you need to have a room. So I'm not saying live sales with like 5 people in the room. I think you need to have at least 100 people in an auction. So that way you have a good scope of what something is truly worth at that moment in time to a decent sample size of
I
collectibles.
mean, really, John, I think what would have to happen, listen, I enjoy Whatnot, and we sell on there and all that stuff. But when you're talking the scope of eBay Live versus Whatnot, like the best sellers on Whatnot maybe get 1,000 people in there. Like, and I'm not even saying the best sellers. I'm saying the most popular that I've seen Funko wise has gotten 600, 700, 800, 1,000 people in there if they're giving stuff away and doing that kind of thing. eBay Live, you're talking like not even people that you ever heard of or anything, that have no following whatsoever or anything. They're getting 5,000 people in on a sale. If they go to live sales, Whatnot is tricky. If you're talking live sales and if you're talking Whatnot, I don't really know if that's the best representation, because it is hard. Like, how many sellers are on there? I know I mean, honestly, John, I would use you as an example of that. There's not very many other in the Funko arena that is selling on a weekly basis that I would really base sales off of.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You
You
know
have
what I
to have
mean? Like, I don't know if you could use it too much for accurate pricing.
Well, that's
And
what
are
I
you
mean.
scanning?
You would have to be very careful with which auctions you decide to use it with, because obviously, if there's only a few people in the room watching, somebody throws up a $60 pop for starting at a dollar, and it goes for $8, and obviously that's going to bring down the price. So that's why I'm saying you have to have like at least a decent sample size of people in the room bidding, just because I feel like with eBay sometimes, like, you can post something, right, and you can post the item. Anybody can go on eBay right now and post the item. You can post $100 pop. I'm going to start it off at $5. If at the end of the 7-day period it only goes for 35, is that pop really worth 35? Could it have just been in that week nobody was searching for it?
Yeah,
Or
but
could that,
do you know how many people's eyes probably were on that in that week? I bet you it's like,
I don't know though,
I
because
bet
what if
you it's
that listing,
thousands and thousands and thousands of views different than a live sale.
maybe, I don't know. I don't
I
know
mean,
what
I
the
don't know
correct,
either. I don't have any facts.
I don't
Like,
know what
I'm
the,
just saying this right now. I don't have any facts.
I don't know what the
You could
correct
be right.
answer is. All I'm saying is, like, I think, and you could do it with anything. You walk into a room with 100 people that are interested in that product, and you put something on the chopping block. I think that is how you get the truest testament, because you either have, and I'm saying every single person in that room is interested in what you're selling. So it's
No,
not
so okay, now that's actually a pretty good point, because let me go back to Speedy real quick, because now that I said the Macari guy, it was not Macari, it was eBay. Because you guys can go probably find this. I think I paid $185 for it. They canceled the sale right after it sold, because obviously they didn't want to get $185 for it, which
yeah.
I understand. I didn't want them to cancel it because it was an amazing deal, but whatever. But I have tried to buy Speedy Gonzalez maybe 5 to 12 times from Savage on Sunday nights. I have never seen that pop go for less than $300 on there, and I'm not even saying that's fair market value as far as I'm concerned for
But that's what I'm
that
saying.
pop.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, so I'm kind of agreeing with you is
you
what I'm
can
getting
use,
to. For if you get 100 people that are all going after Funko Pops and are like, no, I kind of agree with you on that. You're kind of right. I mean, you're mostly right, is what I'm saying.
And also, like, with eBay, any kind of sales market, right? We go in ebbs and flows of when we're in there. It's not in the moment sometimes that you're buying it in an auction. I think that's the hype around auctions sometimes and things like that drive prices up, but that's fine too, because that's what someone's willing to spend for it. I don't think that's an issue. I think I think it's going to be interesting to see if there is weird hype around, like as eBay Live and more people get on it and those kind of things. Like you said, Ben, they have the widest already adopted market of people, but like wondering what the live situation will be. I've seen lives there that have 4,000 or 5,000 people in it, like easy, like and
Yeah.
that is crazy, but you know, that then becomes even more competitive. You're talking about like this competitive thing. Some people will just be competitive just to win, just to win.
So there's two comments that I want to address really quick. So Chris, Pop Analyst, if you guys aren't following him, by the way, great IG creator. Please go give him a follow. He does awesome stuff over there. He says, can you imagine if Funko pushes eBay Lives? I actually think one of the best things that Funko could do, and you guys can, like Vince, Josh, you guys can agree with me, disagree with me. Same thing with chat.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to disagree. What do you have to say, John?
Go for it, because I personally think, and give me 10 seconds to explain. I think that Funko, the best thing that they can do is attach themselves to a live selling platform. And the reason for this is that if they start making commission, let's say they're partnering with eBay and eBay says, all right, we're going to give you 0.5% commission on every single Funko item that sells on our platform ever. Like, you know, they create a contract for the next 10 years, right? If Funko then has a investment into the secondary market, they're getting a piece of the pie every single time something Funko sells on a secondary market platform. I feel like they will have more of an interest to create better products, because if their products sell out from the get-go on the retail market and there is hype and there is demand for them on the secondary market, they are winning on both sides of the coin. Yeah, like NFT.
That's a great example. They can also do more limited stuff. Instead of having to make 40,000 units, they can make 15,000 units because they know they're going to get something on the back end. Would eBay do something like that? I don't know.
Well, if they're already building this partnership, why not?
So I think that's probably where you're at. Yeah, I mean, if they have a partnership, like you're paying yourself then kind of deal. I don't know. Listen, I'm not into like $1 billion businesses. So, I wish I knew how to do that. But no, I think you're right. I think that is a very good point. I mean, if they are able to connect themselves the way that they are, and it looks like that's how they're setting themselves up. If they could get a piece of whatever that's going to be, 1%, 2%, whatever it's going to be of the total sales, I think that's great on their part.
I just think it's necessary for them at some point, because then it could allow them, to not be so concerned with like, all right, we have to make 15,000 of this Power Ranger cooler.
I'm sure that they have some kind of cost analysis that, hey, it's going to cost X amount to make the molds, the boxes, all this stuff. We have to sell this many units to be profitable. This is how many units we got to be to have this be a great success. I'm sure that they do that for everything they produce. I hope that that's what they do. And if they do that and they know that they are getting another piece somewhere else, I think it does change things.
So I'm not talking about Funko actually selling their products as Funko. I'm talking about like, if me, John, goes on eBay, I sell a pop to Vince, that a percentage of the fees that I'm paying eBay would then go to Funko. Funko has done nothing. All they did was create the product. However, eBay, as a secondary selling marketplace, eBay doesn't make anything. They've had exclusives, they've done partnerships, collabs, but eBay does not make anything. They need product on their marketplace to be constantly buying and selling, trading hands every single day for them to succeed as a business. And I bet you there's other companies out there that have already done this with eBay. I bet you if we figure out sports cards, I'm sure there's, comic books. I'm sure there's a company out there who's already doing this.
So the curious thing will be, so eBay is doing that guaranteed authentic kind of stuff as well too with shoes.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it'll ever come to the pop market, especially with higher value things. That's one place that kind of has disappeared from the market as anywhere for verification on selling things that are sold through eBay, that is one thing that's professional authentication, verified returns, no cost to you.
They're going to have to do that at some point because we are going to see, Funko has gotten more popular over the years. I feel like the last few months, maybe the community has condensed a little bit. We've talked about that, but Funko remains year over year, continuing to get more popular, spreading its name, getting in front of more eyes, more people and everything. With that, certain pops like the Willy Wonka 2-pack, right? Like that Willy Wonka 2-pack, I think in the next 5 years will sell for $1 million. Like I don't think that's too far fetched. I do actually. I do think it will sell for $1 million to some crazy collector who just wants to have it, in their vault somewhere just to say that they have it, But those items, with them being so rare and not popping up for sale too often, if they are sold on a platform like eBay, there's going to have to be some sort of authentication before somebody puts down that much money.
But yeah, especially when things are over a certain price, and I think that's the key, right? Things exceeding a certain value is when authentication should come in. And whether
eBay has had sales though of like you're talking Uber like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in collectibles. I've seen like Michael Jordan cards that are graded sell for stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I think if you're gonna do it, I think eBay it's a perfect partnership. They did. You guys remember like whatever it was a year ago, year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I don't even know now, but Funko did say they were going to try to get in on cashing in on that secondary market. This could be what they're positioning themselves to do. Maybe they are going to get a cut of
maybe
of
it's everything that gets clicked and listed through by clicking that app, and you list it, they might get a percentage of everything that you're using the app.
If they did a really amazing job on it, just think about this. Like somebody wants to sell their collection, they're getting out, they want to sell their 40 pops, let's say. If they could do that with a click of one button, do you know what I mean? And list all of those
buttons. It's easy.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. When they get that down, like if they do it and they, they make it simple, like it's a great idea. I mean, it's a good idea for them to go that route.
The other thing that I wanted to address, Aussie Pop and Paul just said, he said a couple minutes ago here, will eBay Live kill Whatnot? I don't think eBay Live will kill Whatnot. If anything, I think we're due for some good competition, like an app to come on to the market with a really good operating software, awesome shipping system, maybe some perks for some new people to sign up. Cool promotions, lots of giveaways, partnerships with content creators. Like, I think we're due for a new app to come in and, offer something, and not just to our community, but to offer it to sports cards, to offer it to action figure collectors, comic collectors.
eBay's definitely got the users. They got more. They have to have a ton more users. Just seeing but right now their live platform is super clunky, in my opinion. It's just
no, they're not there yet.
Whatnot is light years ahead of them right now. Could they? But eBay is also a huge, gigantic. So could they? Maybe. But competition, especially in any of these markets, are always good for consumers, and
it's good for us. Yeah, it's great for us because then you can decide, like, all right, which platform am I going to go to that's going to give me the most bang for my buck, the most incentives? Which platform is going to offer me a better buying experience or selling experience?
And truthfully, most of these platforms right now, you don't have to be loyal to one. You could work in 2 or 3 of them. I mean, you work in all
we
of
them. I do. We still sell on Mercari. We sell quite, we put as much as we can. Again, if it made it easier, it takes a little more time, and that's kind of the issue. But we still sell on Mercari, even though we do stuff on Whatnot.
We've sold some stuff recently for Loungefly on Mercari. So much, we've had it listed on Whatnot forever. No one's done it. Taken off there, put it on Mercari, sold it in less than a week. That kind of thing. Like that's the thing too. Is I think also there's so many different. You have to be willing, if you're selling a variety of stuff, be willing to try different marketplaces. The different places are going to have different views, different people reach, different places will sell things better. And a lot of people, the live market isn't for everyone too. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of getting, if say, John, you're going to sell 600 items this Saturday. 600 items. That means you have to pack 600 items. So that's a lot of stuff. So these kind of markets aren't for everyone to kind of like have together and get stuff and like understand.
No, and
you also have 2 days, a couple days to get stuff out and things like that. Like,
it's a lot of pressure. And I've actually been talking over the last couple months with other sellers who do it full time just to get their feedback and just how do you source different collections, and not just with the Funko and other areas too, just out of curiosity, because we've met a lot of really cool people through Whatnot. And it's funny, no matter what you sell, it's the same grind. Like people are just constantly like, buying, selling, buying collections or buying lots, selling, getting everything out the door, and then it's just rinse and repeat. And it's not easy. And I know some people, we've helped some people sell through the Whatnot marketplace. We've walked people through the eBay marketplace. Macari, I'm a huge fan of. It's hard to sell one item. It's a lot of pressure to list it for a fair market value, put good pictures, then once you sell it, you got to pack the item. So when you're doing live selling and you're multiplying that one sale times hundreds. Thanks for reminding me about the 600 items this weekend. I don't know how Joanna and I are going to do it.
Me neither.
I am, Brian. I am already tired. It's been a long week. Joanna, unfortunately, is sick right now. We had not one, but both of our vehicles go down this week. So I don't know what is going on with our cars, but my Jeep is in the shop again. That was an unexpected catastrophe. But Linda, I definitely agree with that. People will still gravitate towards the smaller family auctions that Whatnot provides. Yeah. I agree with that 100%. If I'm in a live stream, like let's say if I go to an eBay live, I haven't seen, I haven't played around on eBay live too much, but you guys have seen live streams with like thousands of people.
I've bought stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I would never want to sell. I don't know. That must be insane. Like thousands of people. A mess.
Yeah. And the one thing eBay doesn't have right now, I think, is actually, from what I've heard from people using it too, a very easy system. I think Whatnot has the easy, they built it from the ground up, or eBay trying to integrate their existing stuff.
Yeah, they've got it tailored to the live format, where eBay is it's super clunky right now.
Well, it's not eBay's fault. Like Whatnot didn't exist before. Before they decided
eBay's
Whatnot. Like eBay's been around for what, 25 years? How long have they been around?
I've had my account for 26 years, John. I've had my eBay account as long as you've been alive, almost, John.
Pretty much.
Wow,
Riley says 600 items. If you hit as low as $20 average, that's $12,000. The Whatnot app is going to overload so hard that people's phones are going to start smoking. Riley, I unfortunately have to tell you the truth. I think we're going to be looking at about close to 1,000, because I have only put in the pops, and we have like 658 pops. I have not even put in the sodas. The sodas I can't put in individually. We're just going to do winner's choice on the sodas, but there's at least another 200 to 300 sodas. So this amazing community sent us, looks like about 1,000 items. So crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
I'm not surprised, but like, Jen, you guys aren't going to be okay. Because I know you're going to have to stop at some point.
Yeah.
So help me God, if I got to I'm going to call you guys, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to demand you to get off the air, because you will try to sell every last item.
15 seconds. 15-second auctions. I think we can do
Yeah,
it.
you better do 15 seconds.
I will say this.
Oh.
After midnight, it's sudden death. It's 5-second sudden death.
Midnight's
Alright,
gonna come
I
real
found my
quick.
eBay account. 2,000 is when I opened it, actually.
2,000. All right.
I
Yeah.
opened mine in 1997.
Wow. Yeah, you beat me by a little.
1997, I opened. Guess what I sold?
What? Oh, you sold or bought when you opened? yours?
Sold.
Oh, you sold.
I sold in 1997.
Okay.
Guess what I sold? Beanie Baby.
Hockey cards.
Oh, Beanie Baby.
Beanie Babies is what
Baby. You were the
I
Beanie
opened.
flipper.
I opened the eBay account to sell Beanie Babies that my mom had,
There you go.
and then I sold hockey cards right after that.
There you go. That was me.
I wish you could look back at like what you bought. I don't think you can go farther back than like 3 years.
Yeah, you could go about 3 years though.
Yeah. I want to go back to what I actually bought.
You know, that would be a good video. Looking at some of that, like I could look at my Grand Admiral Thrawn that I bought for $60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like feel really happy with myself at some point. Then I will see some other spots in there that, oof. Didn't always make the right decision. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, a million bands. I will definitely relay the message. Yeah, she said she's already not okay, and she does not want anyone to say, "Hope you feel better." She just wants everybody to know that she sucks at life.
Yeah,
It's not her fault. She's had a rough couple weeks, and I think the temperature change has been rough on her, just because it is
stress.
super cold. Yeah, she's been stressed. She's been worried about her sister. Her car broke down, so it's and then on top of all the extra work, like it is. I'm not gonna lie, like it has been an insane amount of work prepping.
We had, I think, when we did ours in May, I think we had like 320 items or 350, and not just that. I know what you. It's the promoting. It's the nonstop. Like it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to do the charity stuff.
So, Etsy Mom was buying Beanie Babies from you, Vince, at that time.
Hey,
there you go.
Probably picked up a couple. Hey, I'm not saying I didn't buy either. I bought stuff back then too.
So,
thank you, Joe.
I was thinking, what did I buy? I bought Magic the Gathering cards. I think that was my like into that, because I collected a lot earlier in the 90s when they came out. You know,
Yeah.
I was big into them. Probably later 90s, I stopped. And then this was like college years. Then I started I saw eBay and started seeing stuff on eBay and finding things that I hadn't bought, or things that were newer that I was wanting to get into that I didn't buy. I'm trying to find deals and cards and all kinds of weird stuff off of that. So I wish they kept the records of what you bought, like since like you opened your account, because I'd really love to see that.
I remember buying books from Amazon when they were a bookstore. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Amazon only sold books. That's how they started.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So
I remember sending money orders to people, random people.
Oh Jesus, so did I.
You had to send a money order to a random person.
Yeah.
They actually like sent you something in return.
Yep.
So Riley, I appreciate the kind words. I actually have a adult life tip for everybody that I would like to share. Now I know.
No, let me get a pen.
Some of you guys have, a couple more years
Thursday with John
under your belt. So maybe this is like a well-known thing and I'm just stupid and I've only figured this out now. However, when I was driving to work yesterday morning, my check engine light came on. Huge bummer, because I just got everything up to snuff on my car, paid a lot of money for it over the summer with repairs and stuff. So that was a huge bummer. I called the dealership that I've been taking my car to, loyal customer for the last couple of years. They told me to kick rocks, and basically if I wanted to find out why the check engine light had come on in my car, that they were going to charge me $300.
Yeah, to plug in their little device.
To plug in the device.
Yeah.
Vince, you probably know exactly where I'm going. I said, hell no. I searched on Google. How can I figure this out? It turns out AutoZone will do it for free. I went to AutoZone. The guy was super nice. He plugged it in. It legit took him 10 seconds. So please, everybody out there, at some point in your life, you probably will get a check engine light. Go to AutoZone. I am so thankful for AutoZone. Not only did the super nice gentleman who helped me figure out what was wrong with my engine, he also referred me to his best friend, who is a mechanic, who is now fixing our Jeep for about 1/10 of the cost that the dealership would have charged us. So AutoZone for the win. Maybe most of you guys knew that. Maybe you guys all knew that, but I am so thankful that I did not have to shell out hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Actually, it would have been thousands of dollars to get the repairs done at the same dealership that's been ripping us off.
Dealership alone, unless your car is fully under warranty or is under warranty where they're going to fix the part, it's like the bad decision to get fixed.
Yeah, I had to get my windshield wiper. The fluid thing wasn't squirting anymore, so I took it to the dealership. After I paid the $300, the guy's like, "Yeah, we let it sit inside here, and the thing was frozen. As soon as it thawed out, it was working fine." And I'm like,
Jesus.
Could you have not told me that? Could you just taken my 200? So you
like
you charged me $250 so it thaw out? Are you kidding me? Shame on me though. I learned that day. That was a day that I learned that I'm gonna go to YouTube before I do anything.
Randy, easier said than done. Like, we move around every couple of years. We don't know anybody in this area. We've just been going to the dealership because that's just the closest place we could find to get things fixed in a reasonable amount of time. But now, just months before we're planning on leaving, now it seems like we found a good mechanic. But yeah, who only speaks Portuguese, by the way. So having a Portuguese wife definitely came in for the win. So yeah, I was very thankful that I went to AutoZone and extremely thankful that I married Joanna. I mean, I'm thankful I married Joanna every single day, but I was double,
especially for the discount on the vehicle fixing.
Yeah, exactly. So AutoZone is getting a Freddy for Christmas, and they're definitely getting something. I'm probably gonna go over there with a box of donuts or something. Like, honestly, like, after I get my car back, yeah, I'm giving the mechanic a Christmas bonus. Yeah, I'm so thankful. Yeah, we left a nasty review on the dealership.
Yeah. So. I mean, I think, places like that are so smart to offer services that get people in there. Like, they'll replace your windshield wiper for you if you don't want to do it. Don't know how. They'll take your battery out, charge it, test it. If it doesn't work, then you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna go buy one right there, and they're gonna slap it in for you.
No, they're smart.
Yeah, because you're gonna go in there, and even doing the test, they might say, "Oh, it's cleared. You didn't clear your gas gap enough." And then you know what? You'll go back in there next time. Oh, I need something for my car. You're gonna stop back in there, or you're gonna grab something while you're in there, or they're gonna be like, "Oh, all you need is this part. Here it is. You can change it yourself if you want." So.
Pretty much, Wayne. Do you like Funko? Hey, Steven, thank you so much for stopping on by.
Did you Candom your card at the same
I was
time?
gonna say John probably walked in. I'm a pretty big deal. I don't know if you know this or not.
Absolutely not.
But I'm a pretty big deal, so I'm gonna give you a 5-minute commercial if you take care of this.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, if your car's under warranty and they do all the stuff for you, you paid for a maintenance plan, take it to a dealer.
Yeah, dealership all day long.
Because you know what? If you're not paying for it, I remember when I had my Mini, I would go there and they had a Mini dealer, and I had the full warranty where they would do everything,
it's all
brakes after so much and put new tires on, because they told me how expensive that stuff was with that car. I was like, I'll just pay for it put it in the financing for the car so I don't have to worry about it. I just took it. We got there. You get mini ice cream melts, and you get hot chocolate and coffee and soda, and hang out for an hour. They had a little mini golf thing, putting range thing on there and stuff. And I was like, all right. So
nice.
Son and I would go there and just hang out for a little bit on a Saturday. They would wash it for you. They would clean it up and everything. So,
man,
that's the way to do it if you have one.
Way to go. Anna has a very important question. She says, you guys will be doing a box battle next week for Thanksgiving. Oh my God, is Thanksgiving in a week?
I know.
Yes, sir.
So you got to record that video as well this week, John. You haven't already.
30
Vince did record his video already too. By the way,
I had to. We're
Yeah, I got that.
pleasantly surprised.
Oh, you already recorded it? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
in the can, as they say.
Okay.
I mean, sounds weird, but
I haven't even filmed tomorrow's video.
been there before.
Yeah.
But we did film Saturdays, so we got Saturdays done.
Nice.
But yes, Randy, you were a huge help to when you were here. He helped fix Joanna's car. I think that was the last time it was broken. Riley says, off-topic question. Actually, no, this is more like an on-topic question. We went on a side tangent there. Are y'all sending emails about a refund for your damaged heavy metal Halloween pops? I am. Mine were demolished.
I think if they're demolished, yes. The amount of damage. The first 2 boxes I had no real damage. The second box I had, there was a couple with some minor tears and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna like.
You know what?
No, I'm not gonna
Not worth it. Like I don't like. They might say, "Oh, we'll give you $10 back."
Yeah,
or something
I
like
mean,
that.
we traded a couple away. The mascots, I don't care because I'm gonna keep the mascots anyway.
I'd rather
We had
see
a
my
couple that
$10.
were demolished. I mean, demolished.
Yeah,
But
if they're demolished, yes, I think you should.
yeah,
I'd
maybe
rather
I
see my
should.
$10 go to somebody's who were demolished. Now, we haven't opened up the rest of our boxes. I'm kind of contemplating saving the rest of our boxes to open up next year.
They'll be really demolished by then.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I was thinking of trying to think of something like, would anybody care if we open them up like at Halloween a year later? I don't know.
I mean, they might still be on the Funko shop by then too.
Oh, I hope not. I'm actually. Oh, I wanted to say this earlier when we were talking about stuff that's on the Funko shop. Are the Fun on the Run boxes still there? Because I'm actually hoping they go on.
They were
50% clearance because I still need that reverse flash Freddy chase, and I will gladly buy several more boxes of those on discount. So
I mean, really, if you really, really want it, John, we might be able to work out a deal like trade or something.
I was gonna say I was just looking at mine.
that works too.
Maybe. I don't know. But they still do have them. They're $105 right now.
Yeah, I don't want it at $105, but
they were
Friday.
50 last time, right?
If they were 50 to 50. They were 50% off. So
I can see it. I don't know. They need to go about 70% off by now, like at this point. Just to get them out the door. They're big boxes.
Clear it out.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I was like, man, I don't mind putting stuff in a time vault and just sitting on it for a while. I mean, Anna, yes, we are still collecting the Disney 100 toys. I don't know which ones we need or which I know which ones we have. I don't know which ones we need. Don't let the dark side win. There you go. Yeah, Pipsqueak, that's a good idea. May tie in pretty good with 1 year later value videos. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that a year later.
An unboxing of a 1-year-old box. See how the value does. I like that.
So they still have also the 25th anniversary mystery boxes that were 50, and the Marvel mystery boxes with the Venom that are 30. So if those go back on sale and they're 50% off, those are good grabs as well.
Yeah.
Riley, you're right.
I still can't believe Thanksgiving is in a week. Like, how did that happen?
Get ready for that turkey.
Time flies when you're having fun, as I say.
So we did have a couple cool pops I wanted to show.
Everyone says that.
Billy Butcher.
Billy Butcher looks good. So I like this Billy Butcher. That means the boys hopefully will be back soon. I did watch the Gen V, the spinoff from the boys, the like college-y kind of spinoff from the boys. I like that actually. So I'll be curious if they make characters from that because it's getting renewed for a second season. But the boys, I definitely enjoyed the boys.
Randy, how many times have you retired? I feel like we've counted down.
I know. Why do I feel like Randy was already retired?
I thought you were already retired, man. I know he retired from the military, but I thought he had already retired from his civilian job too.
He's retiring from his third job at least. I mean,
Man, you got to retire twice. Lucky.
Well, I think it's really funny. So there's this like phenomenon that happens every single year at my base where like somebody will retire from active duty and then they'll just come back the next day as a civilian doing like a very similar job. And they're just like, oh yeah, I retired. I'm like, still go to work every day. You just wear regular clothes instead of a uniform. Is it technically retirement?
Mhm.
So we're getting a couple new Loki pops here.
I thought the moment one was super.
Yeah, the moment was
weird.
cool.
You like that?
I do like it.
Do you?
I just think it's a weird moment. Like it almost could like it's too much for a moment though. To me, like it's a 2-pack. It's not a moment.
Yeah, I thought it was just kind of a little bit boring.
Oh, were you talking about the throne? I like the one of him.
No,
on
the
his
throne I like.
Oh yeah, no, the other one I'm not really sure what's going on, but I haven't watched the series.
Oh, you haven't watched? You'll see.
Yeah.
You
haven't watched it at all?
700 items, bro, are in the app.
Oh my god. Well, you're ready to cry, my friend.
I haven't watched.
All I got to say.
The only thing I've watched is all these videos of Tom Hiddleston thanking the fans. So I get there's
what
something
I said.
bad going.
All right.
These are
Funko
kinda cool.
make earbuds now. Shannon looked for these at Five Below the other day. She did not find them. But I think it's just I don't know if it's actual like Funko making these. I'm sure Funko's licensing them to some company that making them. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like they're Funko. They do say Funko and Pop all over them. But,
I know, Riley. What am I doing? No excuses.
we saw those. We got a bunch of new House of the Dragon. These ones look pretty good though. They look pretty crazy.
Good detail.
Yeah, they look good. I don't know how they'll do. Game of Thrones doesn't seem to have the hype, but there are always the fans. I enjoyed the series. John probably has not watched any Game of Thrones.
I watched the first season.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Some dude got beheaded in the last one. I think it was.
Well, that is the famous.
Spoiler alert.
The famous
Pop.
Pop.
Like 10 years old. No, it's way too gory for me. I couldn't stomach it.
Yeah. Don't watch this one then either.
Yeah. The first episode.
Oh, this one.
Should we comment on that blaster?
The first issue I had.
You know what Bree said about that blaster?
Nah.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure she had a good comment.
I showed her the picture. I won't repeat what she said.
Yeah, I have more issue with the Rebels line not being over.
Do you? I'm okay.
Or spray paint, like.
Oh yeah, it is the spray paint, is it not? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. I mean, it's still. Yeah,
I do have issue with.
Do you really? I love that. I want to see more of these boxes.
No,
Rebels is not over.
You need to end it, especially when this character is already in another step of the franchise. Like, I don't know.
And selfishly, I want them to release a few more of the clone troopers in these boxes.
Yeah, I mean, that's
like when they did the clone commandos a couple years ago for I don't remember which. I don't know if it was SDCC or what it was.
It was that year. It was 2021 where we didn't have
but see, I love that. I love that we got to add that. Like when you put these, forget Sabine Wren. Like not that I don't like Sabine Wren, but I think she's already got 2.
She already has 2. I guess that's the other thing.
We don't need her.
You have regular Sabine, and then you have unmasked Sabine. So it's like,
how about the little guy that's kind of like the assassin? What was his name? Like the assassin guy, the little. You know who I'm talking about? Or am I thinking Clone Wars right now? Maybe I'm going back too far. Maybe I'm thinking. No, it was Rebels. The assassin. You don't remember?
The assassin, like
guys, somebody please help me. It looks kind of like a
Agent Callus.
I know who you're talking about.
With the long arms,
he runs around. Yeah, he like, and he could smell.
Yeah, he would smack the.
He smells the one guy. He smells
Ezra.
I don't remember.
Not Ezra. He smells.
He fought Zeb. Yes, he fought Zeb. Yeah, the little guy. What was his name? I can't remember his name either. He had a cool name too.
I remember it's been a while since I watched Rebels.
Son of a gun. But I would
Anyway.
love to see him. He would be a great. I would love to see him.
I just think like do like something, I don't know, like make a different line, like I don't know, like
We'll agree to disagree on that. I would
would-
like to see more, but I didn't. No, we don't need our third Sabine.
no, we don't
Give us
need our
something,
third
like, cool.
Sabine. But like, okay, so is everyone okay then? Like, if Funko just like continues adding characters onto any line?
Yes, I'm okay with it as long as it's like you get one here and then one for a convention and then an exclusive. Like, I don't want to see another wave, but I like when personally, I like when they add on to older lines sparingly. They did that with Ragnarok. Ragnarok came out and then they waited like a year or so, and then you got a couple con ones. You know what I mean? I like when they build on the sets like that. It makes it refreshes it for me.
So this is the guy I found.
Ruck.
Yeah,
Ruck.
Ruck, and he looks like he would be from Star Trek. Like that's kind of reminds me.
I love that guy. He would beat everybody up. I just want to
smell Zeb. Like he could really smell him. Like
I remember
around
him.
and
Yeah. Okay.
How about a Loath Wolf? Wouldn't that be cool? As a deluxe?
Anything. Loathe Wolf.
And the little one. We need the
Loathe Cat.
See, okay, I would like to see a few more from the Rebels line, in my opinion.
We need a whole make of the Rebels line. But okay, weird thing, Box Lunch. Oh, have we had a Star Wars exclusive from Box Lunch? And like
no, but I'm okay with that too. I like when they do
That's
stuff
fine.
like
Yeah,
that.
Commander Wolf.
Commander Wolf. No brainer.
Right.
I guess it's okay. I guess you guys changed my mind on them extending the line.
But not
It's a
like
lot they
I don't
haven't
want to
made.
see a new wave of stuff. I like
I guess
like
that's
this.
where I'm starting to get worried, because it's like, all right, they release one or two, and then all of a sudden you release like a whole new wave. You know,
Like Coco's a great example. Coco was a from Disney. Coco is a fantastic line, awesome pops. Not a huge set or anything like that, but then they released the I think it was a Box Lunch exclusive also of the Pepita, and then they did the other one, but it was just a couple, and then they stopped for the most part. I mean, they did do another Coco.
I guess I'm on board. I'm exactly on board with where you stand, Vince. I think I'm just more upset that it's another
guy. Dante.
Sabine. Yeah. It's just another Sabine where it's like, all right, we don't need a Sabine from this line. I'm also
I agree 1,000%.
I'm very protective of Rebels just because I think that is the best Star Wars line. Like it's just,
but that's why I want more from there.
Yeah, but less is more. Less is more.
Less Sabines is more. But if we could get a couple of those auxiliary characters from that show,
true, fair.
I personally would love it. You know what I wouldn't love? This whole slide right here.
So this She-Hulk reminds me. Have you guys ever watched Disenchanted, the Netflix show with Elfo? It reminds me of Elfo's girlfriend. Like Elfo's
definitely.
That's there. Yeah, this whole line. And
I mean, don't we have a Spider-Man in a Christmas sweater already?
We already have this one too.
I thought that was Ed Sheeran.
That looks more like Ed Sheeran than the Ed Sheeran pop does.
I thought that was Ed Sheeran in some sort of like I Love Daredevil shirt, but
and then Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is actually that is probably the best Valentine pop.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Spider-Man.
I think that one's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Daredevil. These are all
no, just not my cup of tea.
I don't. The Marvel.
Wait, go back for a minute. Oh my god, it does kind of look like She-Hulk is naked. It does.
Yeah,
just the way she's holding that. Yeah, it does. That's funny.
She's wearing a cup though. I mean, my eyes aren't good though either. So
I like the Deadpool and the Spidey. Haven't we already gotten a Spider-Man in a?
That's what I said. Do we not have a Spider-Man already in a Christmas
you need
sweater?
a different Christmas sweater every year. It's just a new Christmas sweater.
And what does Wolverine's sign say?
I don't know.
Oh, is this a Baja?
Oh my gosh.
This
Man.
camera just died.
Man.
Oh, nice.
We're not on that long. How does my camera die this
Your
early?
Well, you
camera
were doing
usually
videos
dies
before, right?
after we're backstage for like an hour.
Yeah, usually we're talking for a while. Now I got to be the flashing dot for the rest of the thing. I can't wait to do my announcement with the flashing dot.
So, and then we had the Dark Leonardo.
I love Dark
This
Leonardo.
is cool. This is super cool.
I love they're doing these and they're only doing them one at a time.
I do too.
Like they're doing a good job with these. So.
Tell you what, the PX exclusive ones have been pretty amazing the last 4 or 5 that they've announced.
Yeah, they've been
You
pretty
got the
good.
Beta Ray Bill. I can't wait for that one. You got the Dark Leonardo. You had the Last Ronin. There's been some good stuff.
Yeah, Last Ronin was cool.
So all these will be on the Funko shop at some point. So, yeah. I feel like
I like
And
this bag and pop.
the bag, the shininess,
The shiny bag and the diamond pop. I'm kind of down for that.
I'm thinking Vince will be wearing this around.
I'll be wearing that. I might bring my Motu bag. I might bring my Castle Grayskull.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
getting hypnotized just looking at that thing.
All right, staring at my dot on the screen.
No, the Cheshire.
Oh, I was gonna lull you into a trance.
So
Isabel, I like Isabel.
Yeah, Isabel's cool.
You know, Riley, it's funny you say that. Josh and John, usually I do, my camera usually dies while we're talking after the show. And they personally enjoy this much better. I'm sure that most people
That's not
do.
true. That's not true. I think
I'm
it's
sure most
funny.
people don't want
I
to see my
don't
face.
enjoy it more than your face. That's a lie.
Equally, though.
I can't speak for Josh though. This is
the
cool.
office pop ride we all been waiting for.
This is cool, but
His
like-
PT Cruiser convertible.
5 years too late.
It doesn't even look like a PT Cruiser, too. I don't know. Like
If you take it out of box, it doesn't. It could just be anybody.
it could be anyone. In
I honestly, when I seen this, I thought it was Agent Coulson. I thought they did a remake. And
it.
then I saw the
kinda
box
like-
and realized it was The Office.
It does kind of like Agent Coulson.
Yeah, a Walmart exclusive. Hey, didn't everyone say it's going away from Walmart? Like pops aren't.
This is
Look
the
at
only
this.
one.
We got Michael.
This might have been the end of it.
This was like we can't take anymore.
They're ending on a high note.
Pop ride we've all been waiting for.
It does look
Yeah.
like Agent Smith from the Matrix.
and then you know what's funny? Like these just need to be shirts.
Yes,
I'm good,
Yeah.
I'm
That
good with
shirt
both of these. Both
so
of these are awesome.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Up the Snow Good shirt. Like
That's no good.
I pre-ordered this just for the shirt. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give the pop away. Like if anybody wants,
Yeah,
the
don't
pop,
make us buy this pop to get that shirt.
It's embarrassing.
So what it's going to do is all these are going to be on sale, and then you get them. But I like Sugar Rocky. It's a great one too. That shirt looks awesome. Like the colors on it look really good. The graphics
So,
on it.
I don't know if anybody is doing this, but I got into pre-ordering again.
Oh,
The reason that I'm liking pre-ordering
Really?
is now things are just showing up, so it's kind of like a surprise. Like, oh, like what is this?
Oh, what's it? I don't know if I pre-ordered.
That sounds
anything
like a
for
real
while.
Vince statement.
It is.
It
Gerald,
really
you got
does.
it. Gerald, I'll send it to you. You got it.
And then we got something going on this weekend.
Yeah, if you
John,
guys, I think most people here, I think, have either sent something or have said they're going to be there. But if you guys aren't doing anything Saturday night,
John
Wait.
has changed it to 7 a.m. I think to start because
Probably
it
a
will
good
take
idea.
24 hours.
yeah,
So they can wrap up by their Monday auction.
Yeah.
yeah, we're not doing an auction Monday.
No, I think you will be. You don't know it yet, but this thing is going to be rolling all weekend.
We actually have a lot of really good stuff. Like some people were extremely generous and sent over some really awesome things. So
Look at this amazing pop I'm auctioning off.
Look at it. Look at it right
How
now.
do you think of what do you think of this, guys?
It honestly sucks because you are actually auctioning off a really
I
cool
know. I got something awesome to auction off.
Yeah, and guys, if you haven't seen down below, we are bringing on some really cool guests, including Professor Josh and the Talking Dot above me. We're also going to have Top Pops, Funko News Canada. If you guys haven't seen them or met them yet, amazing people. Misa Pops, Savage Pops. We're also going to have Monthly Pops, Wasatch Pops. Mason, he just hit 50,000 subscribers, which is amazing. We're going to have Ditto, Popa Razzie, and then unfortunately Sidekick Inc. did have to cancel, but we do have another great seller from Whatnot that we're going to be hosting as well, or that they're going to be co-hosting with us for a couple minutes.
Here we go. We'll do this. We can see events in real time. Right there.
Oh, yeah. Watch
There's
this.
Look, there's Vince.
Ready? I worked hard on this, guys.
Vince is right there. You never know what he's going to pick out of here. I mean, look at all those grails. All that
Don't
fire.
you like the way I did this?
You did.
This was awesome. Yeah, this was awesome.
And then you never know what he's going to go after. But
what am I going to grab, guys? What am I going to grab to auction off for charity?
Do you have two of what you're auctioning off, or no?
Yes.
Okay. I was just
I 100%. Yeah,
I was just making sure because I was like, this pop is like insanely hard to find now.
That is, and this one I was gonna keep for the long haul, but I wish I wasn't a dot right now so you could see my face, how sincere I'm being with this. But this is gonna have to do for the sincerity, okay? You can't even see my tears that are rolling down my face. No, seriously. This was an amazing. Toys for Tots is an amazing charity, and I wanted to do something special, so I was happy to do that. And then also, if you guys watched our video today, I don't know if you guys got to see it or not. There actually is another thing that we have to auction. We got a Mad Hatter glow in the dark in the box today, and from today's video, you guys can watch it. I mean, whatever. I ruined the surprise probably for half of you, but. It was a little bit damaged, but I reached out to Jassy. She didn't want me to send it back. She refunded me for the pop, and we're gonna auction it off for charity as well.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so we got two things for Saturday.
I can't help but laugh at Sam. He said new channel name, the Poppin Dot.
Hey, that's probably an upgrade, quite honestly. I might come on your charity stream like this. I might just put this over my face.
Please don't.
It might be good.
You have a great face. People want to see the face.
Meh.
Well, that's very kind, though. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, I've been blown away. I mean, I apologize because we did drop a rather long video today showcasing some of the items that came in. But honestly, we could have dropped a video like every day for like a week of just an hour of us just opening boxes. Like it was just so many boxes that came international too. We got boxes from Canada, we got boxes from Australia, we got boxes from Puerto Rico. Like it was just we got a couple boxes from the UK. It's like insane how generous people were with this. So thank you guys.
So it's about that time. I think we should need the Talking Dot to go first.
Would you like the dot to start?
Yes.
Okay, well, we've got a bunch of videos coming out over the next year or so we've got that to look forward to. Really, I don't even know what we have right now. Make sure you guys check us out next Thursday. Obviously, we are not going to be with PFO. We're going to have you guys spend that with your family, but we got an amazing box battle. We opened our boxes already, and I think you guys, I don't know. We're going to find out how, let's see how once everything gets unboxed.
Three-way tie. I feel like that's a very likely scenario.
I mean, I genuinely enjoyed it. Let's put it that way. What do you think of that? I genuinely enjoyed it. And I told Josh earlier, we pulled something that I never thought would be in these boxes, like no shot of it being in these boxes. And I don't even know if it was for sale on their website at any point. And it could have been, but I don't think it was. So it was pretty interesting. It was a good little box battle for next Thursday. Other than that, John, good luck on the auction this weekend. We will definitely be there and I know you guys are going to do amazing.
Thank you. Third Esquire, shipping costs and whatnot are the cheapest out of any platform. They bundle. It's I'm sure there's other people in here who could speak to it.
The bundling is the best part.
Like up to £5 is like $8.50 or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't beat it. And
Yeah.
I'm not just saying this because that's where we primarily sell and that's where we're selling this weekend. It is actually the cheapest shipping out of any platform that you go buy Funko from. So yeah, Brian, there's a lot of people reached out. Honestly, I will say this. Next year we are going to need the help. So this year, Joanna and I are going to figure it out and we're going to skimp on by probably, and we're going to work our tails off to get everything shipped out. But next year, yeah, I definitely will take people up on their offers to help, because if we're doing it this many items this year, I can't imagine what next year is going to hold. But yeah, we got a busy weekend, obviously. Tomorrow, excuse me. God, I'm already dying. Tomorrow, we'll be dropping our full preview video of every single item going up for sale. And so, yeah, if you want to know exactly everything that we'll have this weekend, it will be in tomorrow's video. Also, please watch tomorrow's video if you did send something over, because if you sent something over, it should be in that video. If your package did not get here and those items are not in that video, please message us on Instagram or email us so we can figure out where your package went. So that's tomorrow. Saturday, we'll have our box battle video. We will give everybody an update to Joanna's extremely lucky golden ticket situation. Plus, we actually opened up some really interesting boxes. We first time for us, we did the imperfect boxes from Boom Loot, and we were very happy with our results. And then, yeah, after I'm probably going to sleep most of Saturday, just to after we get all our prep done, just so we're good to go for Saturday night and a very long night I'm anticipating. But guys, I'm truly blessed, truly humbled by everybody's support. I'm so excited to be bringing on all these other amazing content creators and sellers in this community. So thank you to everybody for all the support. I think we can do it. I really think we can hit our goal of 10,000. Whatnot has been extremely supportive. You know, they're reimbursing the fees and everything. So it should be a good event. And at the end of the day, whether we hit our goal or not hit our goal, it's going to be a success, because we are going to make a difference in some kids and families' lives this Christmas. And that's ultimately what it's all about. So, and this is only the first half. After we do this, we got to get all these items shipped out. And then we got to take all that money, and then we got to go buy all the toys, which we will also be filming like we did last year. And then after that, we got to do the drop off. So we are like on step 2 of 8. We got a long ways to go. So thank you guys for the support, and I'll turn it over to Josh.
Yeah. So again, be there on Saturday. I'll be there. I'm sure a lot of you will be there and hanging out and supporting and all that good stuff. And then come back on, go to sleep, get back up about 3 a.m. John will still be on there.
Yeah, for sure.
So lots of great things going on and coming up. But sodas this weekend, I think we had planned Marvel sodas for this weekend. So we got some 3 liters and some other things to open with the Marvel sodas. We also have Tiny Ghost next week. So probably Tuesday will be Tiny Ghost Tuesday with some of the Tiny Ghosts from New York Comic Con, the little minis and stuff. We hadn't opened our box yet from that.
Yeah, those are great.
Chases and some good stuff with those. And then on Thursday, of course, like I've all talked about, we got our box battle there. And then next week should also probably be a couple other surprise videos that we have coming up that will be promoting some good things going on coming up, I know. So hopefully you can check those out. We will not have an auction next week planned. Who knows? Maybe we'll throw in a Black Friday auction or something weird, but nothing planned. Nothing planned for next week at this point. And then the week after, we'll have some fun. I was thinking about trying to get a bunch of stuff together for like a fun clearance auction. So bunch of stuff and buy it now and things like that, where you can use that deal on shipping we talked about and get those. But yeah, go this weekend, spend your money on John's Toy for Tots auction.
Yeah,
so
and
we're all not having auctions next week, so you can go hang out with John, buy some Toys for Tots stuff, support that. And I want to see them go and buy a ton of Legos and cool monster trucks and whatever else. So yeah, hopefully we can do that. Anything else you guys have? Anything else?
No, just happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
And yeah, we're thankful for all of you that are out there supporting us and hanging out with us and having some fun, and the friendships, the camaraderie, the chats, and everything. But we will see you virtually next week. But we'll all see you on Saturday for John's auction. Go hang out there. You get to see us all. Even the Talking Dot, you might see.
Talking Dot will be there.
All right, everyone. Well, have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Bye,
I'm waving,
everyone.
guys. I'm actually waving.